What's up? We are at Epcot. That's Spaceship Earth.
Yeah, clearly.
So we are here. We are doing the Festival of Holidays. So we're going to go around and hear some of the storytellers. And
I've never done this.
I have done just one. So this will be interesting. I'm noticing that they've really skimmed back on their storytellers, which is kind of upsetting, but
a little bit.
Which means it's going to be more feasible for us to hit everything. So we're going to see some storytellers and get some Christmas and holiday traditions from around the world. Yeah. And I don't know what the accent is.
A mess?
There it is. Yep. To go in and listen to the Voices of Liberty. They are here all the time.
They are an Epcot tradition.
But they're doing Christmas songs now, so we'll see how that goes.
And they get different outfits for this.
Yes.
They get their Dickens outfits.
Because they usually wear just traditional American.
Usually it's different eras of American history. Okay. Generally early American history, but they're all different decades. Okay. Whereas this, it's called their Dickens attire. I think it even says it in the Times Guide. It's their Dickens attire. Yeah. And then each one of them has a custom design.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a big deal.
Because equity.
Because equity.
Yep.
to make the season bright. Tiny tots, with their eyes all aglow, will find it hard to sleep.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you.
We're about to go watch what's his name?
Pere Noel.
That guy in France.
That guy.
That guy.
Doing great.
He's too. I'm doing. Me.
Yeah, you.
Me.
You're doing great.
Yay! I am great. I am Groot.
That's not what I said.
Excusez-moi, I'm just going to scoot right through this way, friends. Thank you very much. Bonjour, everyone. Can you all say with me, bonjour?
Bonjour.
Très bien, très bien. Now, of course, you all know who I am. I'm not Santa, I am le Pere Noel, Father Christmas in France. I am the good spirit of the season. It's a joy for me to see all of you here in good spirits as well. Now, I have another question. Have any of you, all your petits-enfants, ever written a letter to my friend Santa Claus at the North Pole? Yes, good. Big people, you can admit this too. Good for you, monsieur. Now, in France, if you write a letter to me, Le Père Noël, and you put your return address on the envelope, the French government pays the postage for the reply. Not bad, huh? So, as you can imagine, I get a lot of letters, but I do want to share with you one of my favorite. It's from a lovely little girl named Babette. She lives with her old Uncle Louis and her brother Francois on a farm near Le Beau in the mountain of Provence. Her letter will give you a little flavor of the holiday season in France. Écoutez, listen. Dear Pere Noël, although my big brother Francois says Christmas is for babies, oh, Francois, I look forward to La Vieille de Petit Jésus and a visit from you. Well, of course she does. The watch night, Christmas Eve, is a magical evening when we sit in front of the fire, sipping hot cider, and Uncle Louis tells us the story of the birth of the baby Jesus. She goes on to say her big brother Francois, he teases her about this. Francois does not believe in Christmas. He does not believe in Pere Noel. But for me, nothing can surpass the magic of watch night and the fragile beauty of a child's face on Christmas morning. Yeah? Alors, with Christmas still several days away, Uncle Louis, he secretly decorates the tree. Francois helps Babette to set up some cash. Oh, you know this word? Cash? It is the nativity scene, one of the most important symbols of Christmas to the French. Well, even though it was invented by an Italian, St. Francis of Assisi, but he's okay too. Now, you know the figures they place inside the creche. Mary and Joseph, three wise men, little drummer boy. Well, in Provence, where Babette is from, the custom is to also have figures represent people from the village. The baker, priest, little figures made of clay called santons, little saints. Last year, it was Babette's wish for yet another santon to place in the creche, as though it was going to visit the baby Jesus. It's a very beautiful custom. Oh, last year, Babette was finally old enough to go to midnight mass. She was very excited. Uncle Louis brought in a newborn lamb to symbolize the Lamb of God. Then he put it into a little cart so Babette could pull it all around the church for everyone to see. While shepherds played on flutes and drums, it was very beautiful. And after Mass, they returned home for le réveillon, the big supper. Who here likes to eat at Christmas time? Who here likes to eat all the time? The French are no different. Last year, Babette had the roast goose, pâté, et les fromages. Les fromages sounds fancy, huh? It means cheese. Yes, exactly. Now, for dessert, they have the bûche de Noël. This is a cake shaped like the Yule log. Even Francois likes that. Now, before she goes to bed, Babette takes a little figure of the baby Jesus, places it in the crèche. Enfin, the last thing she does, she sets out her shoe by the fireplace for me to fill with treats and goodies. Last year, Babette was a little, devilish. This was the shoe she left by the fireplace with her name on it. If this is Babette's shoe, she's a grand-père Bigfoot, oui? Well, Christmas morning, Babette wakes up. She rubs her eyes. She wakes Francois. She runs to see what I bring. But Francois takes his time. He does not believe in Christmas. He does not believe in Pere Noel. But when they get to the tree, they find a big surprise, quelque chose extraordinaire. There are 3 santons, just as my friend has wished. Only, one is carved to look like old Uncle Louis, the other like Dr. Francois. The third, it looks just like dear sweet Babette herself. Well, she closes her lantern to me by saying, I think Christmas is a very magical time. All I need is a Christmas tree, some Santon, and you, Pere Noel. Love, Babette. Isn't that sweet? That, mes amis, is the French Christmas through the eyes of a delightful little child. Well, okay, yes, a sneaky one to be sure, but a delightful child, nevertheless. Oh, yes, and guess who I have received a letter from just the other day? Doubting Francois himself, huh? He emailed it. I guess he believes in Pere Noel a little bit now. Tell me, do you all believe in Pere Noel? Do you all believe in Christmas? I want you to help me say Merry Christmas in my language, which is Joyeux Noël. 1, 2, 3.
Joyeux Noël.
Oh, très bien. Music to Pere Noel's ears, huh? Well, Joyeux Noël. Merry Christmas, everyone, and merci beaucoup. Thank you. Very kind. Thank you so much. We have a little bit of time if people would like photo from a nice man right over here.
What did you think?
I liked it.
I liked his beard.
Yeah, it was short.
It's hidden by all the merchandise.
The little figure he brought out at the end was a little creepy. I was like, ooh, I had higher expectations for that. But yeah, overall it was good.
He had Madeline with him.
He did have
Madeline, like, how do you even say her name? Everyone says it completely differently.
He didn't say it, so.
No, he didn't say it. He didn't show her. He just walked out with it.
Yep.
So we're in Italy and we're about to watch a storyteller. This is what we do in this video, is we watch all the storytellers.
Yeah. Back in Italy. Italy's a big deal for me. I was born there. Well, I can't say that in every country. I can't say that in my own, so, like, I gotta say it somewhere.
I guess so.
Buon Natale! Beautiful. Now, does anybody know what does this mean? Buon Natale.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. See, Buon Natale is Merry Christmas. Andiamo. Come, do not be shy, yes? You may sit down in here if you like, and I will tell you a story today, see? Bene. My name is La Befana. Yes, and I am a witch. But I am a very good witch, see? My name, La Befana, means gift giver. Yes. I am the gift giver in my country, in Italia. So, if you have been a very good little boy or a very good little girl, then I bring toys and goodies and sweets, yes? Now, in America, I know that you have a different gift giver, no? Is that right? Who brings you toys? Who is that?
I know.
It's Santa Claus. See, well, I must tell you something. I have been bringing gifts down the chimneys of the Bambini a long time before old Saint Nick was even a twinkle in his mama's eye. Now, your Santa Claus, what does he fly up on?
I know.
Oh, he is on a sleigh with the reindeer. A sleigh and magic reindeer. Well, that must be very nice, huh? Poor old La Befana does not have a sleigh. So what do you think La Befana flies on? What do you think? You think on the broomstick? See, because I am a witch. Did I scare you? No? Oh. Poor old La Befana. She's really not very scary. She is more like when we get underwear for Christmas. Now, the Santa Claus, when does he come to visit you? On the Christmas Eve. See, do you know when La Befana comes to visit you? Christmas Eve, I would love to visit you on Christmas Eve, see your house all decorated, but I wait for a little while. And after the Christmas, in January, I visit you on a very special night we call the Eve of the Epiphany. And would you like to know why? Good. Everybody say to me, oh, why, La Befana? I'm so glad you asked. I tell you now, this is my story. Once upon a time, more than 2,000 years ago, I am living in a lonely little cottage at the edge of a great highway, and many caravans of camels pass me all the time. And one day, I am sweeping in front of my little cottage, and a group of strange men comes up to me. To me, La Befana. And they are so exotic, you know. Oh, they are from such a faraway place, and they look so very rich, all dressed like kings and everything. And they speak to little old me. Well, you can imagine how they are talking. They have funny words. They are words La Befana does not know. But the men are so excited. Oh, they are pointing up this way and that way. And the one word I remember, they say Bethlehem. You've heard that word? Yes, it is good to know the Bethlehem after all the stories, but way, way back then, I do not know what the Bethlehem is. But the men talk to me with their hands. This La Befana can understand. And they say to me that the big star up in the sky, it is there to tell them that a great king has been born in the Bethlehem, and they are following his star. Now I understand, see? La Befana has seen the star. It is why the sky is so bright these last few nights. And I was beginning to be a little bit irritated with it, really, because, you know, keeping me awake at night. But I am so excited, yes, caught up in the story to find the young king, that the strangers ask me to go with them. And for a moment, I am filled with such a longing to follow the star. And then I think to myself, what? No, La Befana, you're pazzo. You're crazy. Camels, stars, strange men in the middle of the night. Never a good idea, okay? So, I say to these men, no. No, I am sorry, but La Befana, no. She cannot come with you. So the strangers, they go to the Bethlehem without me. But I stand outside in the night for a while, and I look up at the star, and I wonder. And do you know, just a few days later, a young shepherd comes running into my village, and he says to me, "Hey, La Befana, how come you're not going to the Bethlehem? Everybody is talking about the baby king that was born in a poor little stable, but Befana, everybody is saying he is the Son of God." And just then, the sky opened up with such a beautiful light. Oh, La Befana cannot even look. It is as if the star of the little king bursts open into glory. And then the sound. Oh, the sound of angels singing. It was like nothing I had ever heard before. And I know I must go to the Bethlehem. So I run into my little cottage to find a gift to bring to the special bambino. Well, I had seen all the fancy gifts from the kings. I do not want to be empty-handed. So I look, and I search, but all that I can find is just a little old doll. I make her from scrap of wool. But she's better than nothing, huh? Oh, I am so excited. I will go to the Bethlehem. I will see this young king. And I run outside to follow the star. And it is gone. The beautiful star is gone. La Befana waited too long. And now I cannot find the Christ child. So, for more than 2,000 years, I am searching for the Yesu Bambino, for the Christ child. And on the eve of the Epiphany, that is the day the wise men, they come to Bethlehem, I climb down into the chimneys. And I look into the faces of the children. And I think to myself, what if it is you? What if you are the Christ child? And you know, when they are sleeping, you think it could be so, huh? And then, just in case, I have looked into the face of the Yesu Bambino himself. I leave a little gift. So, maybe you are thinking, oh my, La Befana, this is such a sad story, no? No, not so. Really, you see, in my country, in Italia, Christmas time is a time of great joy and celebration. It is a time for us to gather our family together, see? Oh, the grandmothers and the grandfathers and the aunts and the uncles and the cousins. And we all cook. And we eat and we laugh and tell each other stories, and all the bambini, they get to play with the presents that I bring. And together we sing and we dance. Oh, it is molto bello. See? You understand what I speak about, yes? So, I leave you today with how we say in Italian. We say Pasqua con che vuoi, Natale con I tuoi. And this means Easter, yes? Easter you celebrate with whomever you choose. But Christmas, always with your own. And with that, I say to you, Buon Natale is how we say Merry Christmas. You try that for me? Buon Natale?
Buon Natale.
Oh, Bella, very, very good. Oh, I thank you for spending some of your very special day with me. And I wish for you much joy. See? Grazie. Buon Natale.
Well, I'm glad that the drunk ladies finally left.
I know. They started up and I was just like,
Stop.
why?
But she was good.
Yeah.
It was fun. She was very interactive with everyone. Again,
Yeah.
that's what they do. They're very good with all of them. We're about to watch the Morocco Christmas band.
That was descriptive.
That was real descriptive.
I mean, I'm probably gonna mess up this pronunciation.
I'm sure you are. Sahara. I think you could have pronounced that.
Sure.
Well, you know.
We're gonna watch. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
They're always good.
Yeah.
They're always so good.
I've never actually sat and watched.
Yeah, it's
the
usually
regular
something you
show.
catch it in passing. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Greetings, friends. Marhaba. Welcome to the Morocco Pavilion and the Epcot International Festival of the Holidays. All across Morocco, as the seasons change, families and friends come together to celebrate many different holidays and traditions. Music and good times are a part of many of these celebrations. So today, get ready to enjoy this holiday season with the music of Sahara Beat. Casablanca,
Sahara, thank you so much. And if you want to take pictures with us, we'll be more than happy to greet you. But if you must go, keep enjoying Epcot International Festival of the Holidays. Merci, gracias, thank you. Shukran jazeelan.
Well, I enjoyed that.
I like anything with a good beat.
Well, and that's the thing too, is that Moroccan music, I'm particularly drawn to music with a heavy percussion, and Moroccan music has that percussion beat that is very
It was nice because
dancey.
it was different. It doesn't sound like everything else that we're going to hear today.
Yeah. It's not We Wish You a Merry Christmas for the 18th time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it wasn't... It was still very much a part of their culture. Like, it fit with what the overall theme is, but it was very much their culture.
The female singer's voice, the only female that was up there, her voice was very open.
Yeah.
I guess would be the best way to describe it. It didn't sound forced. It was very natural, which I enjoyed. Yeah, the percussion. Everyone up there was great.
Yeah.
We're in Japan.
What is that?
It's a parrot. I don't know. So yes, we're gonna watch Storyteller. I don't know what it is. We're gonna find out.
Together.
Welcome everyone, gather around, irashaimase. Daruma's for sale, only the finest Daruma's for sale. Irashai everyone, welcome. Thank you. How many more nights must I sleep before it's New Year's Day? On New Year's Day we will fly kites. On New Year's Day let's spin tops. Please come soon, New Year's Day. Irashai, irashai, welcome everyone. Hi, irashai. 皆さん、明けましておめでとうございます. That's how we Japanese say Happy New Year. My name is Ayumi. Yes, everyone, the old year is almost gone, and it's time to welcome the new year. So even though it's a bit early, I want to wish all of you a Happy New Year. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Oh, well, thank you, everyone. Now, why don't we try saying it together in Japanese for good luck? Repeat after me. Akemashite. Akemashite. Omedetou. Omedetou. Gozaimasu. Very good, everyone. That's the spirit. Irashaimase and welcome to the Japan Pavilion and our celebration of Oshogatsu. Can everyone say Oshogatsu? Very good. You can all speak Japanese now. So, Oshogatsu is the traditional Japanese New Year, which lasts from January 1st through January 7th. Now, today I appear before you as a humble street vendor. But what I sell is a very important part of Oshogatsu. And here it is. Ta-da! It's called the Daruma doll. Why, he's rather handsome, don't you think? The Daruma doll is like a good luck charm. As you see, the doll has no pupils in its eyes. The custom among us Japanese is to make a wish and paint in the left eye. Then, if your wish comes true before the end of the year, you must paint in the right eye. Now, what if your wish doesn't come true? Well, then you can always try again next year, because I've got lots of Darumas to sell! Irashai, irashai! Little Darumas, big Darumas, irashaimase! All of the Darumas, anyone you like, irashaimase! Welcome! Now, the legend of the Daruma dates back to the 6th century, when a Buddhist monk named Daruma Taishu began a lifelong journey to spread the teachings of Buddha. His journey was difficult, and often the road he traveled was plagued with robbers. Daruma said that if the body is in poor health, then the spirit will also be weak. So, he developed a system of exercise to keep the mind and body healthy, as well as a means to deal with the robbers who often preyed on monks. Hiya! Later, this system of exercise was taken to Japan and became known as karate. Years later, Daruma went to a temple at the top of a great mountain where he meditated for 9 years. Imagine remaining motionless for 9 years. Many of us can't stay still for 9 minutes, right? The legend goes on to say that Daruma lost the use of his limbs from remaining motionless for so long, and it is said that this is why the Daruma doll has no arms and legs. The Daruma remains a symbolic reminder for the people of Japan of patience and persistence through the ups and downs of life. As we say, Nanakorobi Yaoki, which means literally, knock down 7 times, get up 8. As you see, the Daruma doll always comes back to the upright position, no matter how many times it's knocked over. It reminds you of a child's punching doll, doesn't it? Yashai! Now, New Year's, or Oshogatsu, is a time for rejuvenation, asking for blessings, and celebrating the coming of spring. In olden times, each person became a year older on New Year's Day, rather than on their birthday. Now, we Japanese literally sweep the old year away with a very thorough house cleaning and freshening up of interiors. before we can welcome the new year. And the very special Nengajo, the New Year's greeting cards, are dropped at the post office weeks in advance, where they are kept until being delivered to each and every household in the entire country, all at once on New Year's Day. Another thing always prepared in advance are the tasty osechi ryori, delicacies to be served cold over the first days of the new year, giving women of the household a rare break from cooking. Nearly everyone should be free from stress, work, or study, allowing time to be with family and carry out those centuries-old rituals and traditions together. New Year's always has been, and still is today, the most important holiday in Japan. Now let's imagine for a moment that all of you were Japanese on New Year's Eve. Okay, so we're gonna stay up late, and we eat. Can anyone guess what we eat on New Year's Eve? What did you say? Any guesses? What do you guys think we eat on New Year's Eve? Dumplings. Oh, dumplings are good. I think, oh, there we go. Yes, we eat soba noodles, hoping to live a long and healthy life, just like that soba noodle. And at midnight, we hear the ringing of the huge bronze bells in Buddhist temples. Gong, gong, called Joya no Kane. Now, can anyone guess how many times the bells ring? 10. It's actually a much bigger number. Can anyone guess a really big number? 12. What'd you say? 100? Oh, that's close. All right, everyone, what's 100 plus 8? 108. Very good. Yes, the bells ring 108 times to signify the conquering of the 108 bonno, which means earthly desires. Now, with the bonno defeated by the bell ringing, the people of Japan believe that they can start the new year with a clean slate. The next morning, we're going to rise early on Ganjitsu, the first day of the new year. We're going to put on new clothes from head to toe, and we go outside to catch the first sunrise of the new year, called Hatsuhino De. Before breakfast, we drink some otoso, a sweet spiced wine. It is said that by drinking the otoso, you vanquish evil spirits within you and prevent sickness within a mile of your home. Then, we check the mailbox for all of the Nengajo, beautiful New Year's cards from your family and friends. Later in the day, callers to your home might come in for a meal of the osechi ryori and some more of the otoso. Then we go to the Shinto shrine to ask for blessings of the new year. Everyone in Japan gets into the spirit of Oshogatsu, enjoying the symbolism and the beautiful customs of the new year. Oshogatsu is that time for reflection, for family and friends, and of course, fun! It's a holiday much like Christmas, full of goodwill, friendship, and the renewal of hope and happiness. Oh, but I've spoken for too long. I must get back to selling my Daruma! Irasai! Everyone, before I go, I would like to leave you with a New Year's wish. Minasan, dozo yoi otoshi o omukai kudasai. May your Daruma's eyes be painted in each and every year, and may all your wishes come true. Happy New Year, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day here at Epcot International Festival of the Holidays. Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you. Feel free to come say hi and take pictures.
That was fun.
I liked that.
I liked that it wasn't a person that brings gifts. It was like a street person.
Mm-hmm.
Street person? It's not the
Street
word I'm
vendor.
looking for. Yeah, vendor. That's the word.
Yeah. It was, so a lot of the Christmas traditions around the world are all Christianity based.
Yeah.
So it was nice to get something that gave it kind of a balance. Because
Yeah.
I think that's what's missing here is we've seen the Hanukkah presentation and this. And I think those are really the only two that weren't Christianity.
Yeah. You're right.
It just feels a little Eurocentric.
I mean, so is Epcot. So we are in Canada. Canada. I hope they keep that song when they change everything.
Yeah.
I know it's a pretty song. So we're going to watch the
Holiday Voyageurs.
We're like, we're in Canada. We're going to watch
a large
Canada.
percentage of Canada speaks French, so we're going to just throw in a smattering of French.
Smattering?
Just a smattering, yeah.
Okay.
It's more, a smattering is more than a smidge, but like, why are you judgy?
That's when you say tittlebit.
No, a smattering. It's like spread all the way across though. Like a tittle-bit is like a more singular quantity, and a smattering is just like a it's a little more than a sprinkle. Look, you say weird things, you don't get to judge
I've never
this.
said weird things in my life.
Welcome everyone to Epcot's International Festival of the Holidays. We are the Canadian Holiday Voyageurs. Hello everybody, how are you? Are you well? Okay, that's all right, I'll accept it. I'm Stephanie, and as I said earlier, we are the Canadian Holiday Voyageurs. We have come from all the different parts of Canada in order to share with you all our own unique regional holiday traditions. And each one of us brings with them a different part of the story, because Canada is a nation of many different cultures. For example, my good friend Jason here is from Alberta. And this next song is a great example. Are you all from Alberta? Just supporting. Oh, yes. I'm a fan of Alberta too, especially Albertan music. And this next song is a great example of the style of music they share in Alberta during the holiday season. Let's go! Alright, Jason, let's go!
Join me as I head home for the holidays to Quebec. Now, in my part of the country, we celebrate the holidays with a big feast called Le Réveillon. Friends and family gather for wonderful food. Yay! Wonderful food, that's how I feel about food. And a fantastic celebration. And I'm hoping Pere Noel has something special for me this year. Do you all know who that might be? That's right, you might know him as Santa Claus, but whether you call him Santa or Pere Noel before he visits, it's time for Le Réveillon! a nation of many different cultures. And certainly one of the things we honor are the traditions of our First Nation Native people. The youngsters in the First Nation sing Christmas carols in order to appease the mysterious Nalayuks and earn their Christmas presents. So in honor of that tradition, we'd like to invite all of you here to sing along with us in English and earn your presents from the Nalayuks. There's no way we can tell the complete story of holiday celebrations in Canada without including some wonderful traditions given to us by the English, Irish, and Scottish influences on our national heritage. There are magical, mischievous bell-snickles who help Santa determine who has been naughty and who has been nice. There are mummers who knock on your door and won't go away without a Christmas cake or a hot toddy. This celebration of the 12 days of Christmas and many other wonderful traditions. In honor of those, we're going to play a few songs now that you can hear during the holiday season in Newfoundland, Ontario, and Nova Scotia. What's that noise out by the porch door? Dear Granny, there's mummers, there's 20 or more. Her old weathered face lightens up with a grin. Any mummers, nice mummers, loud.
All the big ones and small ones and tall ones and thin.
fun.
Yeah, I liked it.
It was a good mix of songs, good mix of the languages.
Yeah.
So first time ever Little Drummer Boy this year,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Very
that one usually
upbeat.
doesn't get covered. Yeah. Yep.
It's a style that I personally like. I can see where if you didn't like that sound,
Yeah.
it would get dull. But I personally very much enjoy that sound, so it was a good one for me.
Yeah. Same. Yay!
Woo!
So that was a
Christmas.
Yes, that is the Christmas tree. It is also soaring over the world.
Yeah. That's
Around,
what that is.
over. I don't remember. They changed the title, and now nobody knows. It's we were up in the air. That's what I think it should be called anyway. Well, that was a fun video. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like this video.
Share this video.
Subscribe to our channel.
Notifications.
Like us on Facebook.
Follow us on Instagram.
And support us on Patreon so we can continue to film wonderful rides like Living with the Land behind us. Yay! And in order to do that, we need your money, please. Yay! Yow with lights.